Welcome to Mobile Legends!
What's up, nerds, and welcome back to the Crusty Legend. Today we're going to be examining VEXANNA, the Envious Queen, the Wicked Sorceress, and one badass BITCH who, in my opinion, and that I can argue is one of the best mages in Mobile Legends. We're going to be taking a look at her spells first. Her passive Necromancy spell actually puts a curse on a minion or on a hero upon basic attack or a spell is used, and it causes them to explode, dealing 320 to 600 magic damage upon explosion. Now this is great for minion control, and I've also had it kill some heroes as well. Let's take a look at what it can do to some minions. So I took down a group of about 15 minions pretty easy just using my 1 and 2 skill. The first skill is kind of a linear missile that has some decent distance to it. It does cause the target to become disoriented if it's a hero for 1 to 1.5 seconds depending on the skill level, causing 280 plus 60% total magic damage. Now this skill should be used to control heroes' forward movement towards you and also in combination with your second skill. So we're going to see just how powerful it is with not only hero control but also dealing damage in these next 3 clips. This first one here, Xylong's charging me, of course he's ultied, and I'm able to stop him and actually get a few spells off. The second one, I actually land the last hit with that first spell, and then this last clip here is again Xylong charging me and me able to evade him. VEXANNA's second hard skill is a massive nuke dished out in the form of a circular death bomb loaded with mermaid tears and CS gas. It does have a delayed effect of about 1 second before unleashing all its glory and is commonly used in combination with VEXANNA's first skill. Now this skill is going to be used to not only control mobs and their flow, but also to deal massive damage to heroes. So I'm going to replay this clip showing that it does that massive damage, and of course in the early game it does help you get very early control of that lane. And it also is used to deal massive damage to heroes. As you can see, I used my first skill and then comboed it with the second. VEXANNA's ultimate is very useful and very strong. It had a massive change from the old Vex, but the new upgrade does make it much more viable. Not only does the curse itself do a fair amount of damage, but the puppet summoned from it does massive damage, and I'm going to show you that here in just a second, an example of that happening. VEXANNA's ultimate is also commonly used to kill evading heroes. It's very useful for when somebody is really low and you can actually land that ultimate on them. Not only will you kill them, but you'll also summon that puppet. The puppet does have an aura that deals continuous damage, but it is critical that you learn how to control that puppet. A lot of people who use Vex don't know how. They'll ultimate and kind of let the puppet do what they want, but you need to use those secondary controls in order to get the most use out of the puppet. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few examples of VEXANNA's ultimate in action and all the versatility that comes with it. In this first example, I actually killed Xylong, got a puppet, and now I'm showing you the massive damage that puppet does, getting me a double kill. In this next example, I have Xylong here. As you can see, I use my first and second skill. He tries to run off, and the curse actually kills him. Those are just a few examples of VEXANNA's ultimate and all the versatility. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the gear I use, and I'll explain my thought process behind it. The first item that I typically get is the Enchanted Talisman, and the reason why is not only the cooldown reduction, but the HP, and most importantly, the mana regen. VEXANNA goes through a lot of mana, especially in early game, trying to control the lane, so it's important that you can get that replenished. The second item I typically go for are the boots with the magic pen and movement speed. Now, if I am playing a bottom lane VEXANNA or a top lane especially, maybe I'll get the boots before the Talisman, but typically they do come second. I need to make sure that I get to level 4 before I can even do anything. Now the third item, the Glowing Wand, of course we're going to get more movement speed from it. We're going to get a unique passive that allows our skills to deal a little extra damage, but really this is for the HP and magic power. The third item that I typically like to get is going to be the Holy Crystal. That's going to give us 90 magic power, 25% total magic power, and then that unique passive that's very important. It's going to raise the destruction power of our combo hard skill 1 and 2 pretty astronomically. After we cast that skill 1 and we go for skill 2, it's going to increase the magic attack by 15%, allowing that holy bomb to do even more. The next item is Fleeting Time with plus 70 magic power, and what's most important with this item is the cooldown reduction. Of course, after an elimination or an assist, the cooldown of our ultimate is reduced by 35%, which is huge for VEXANNA. So getting that ultimate cooldown reduced is actually very good for VEXANNA. It allows us to utilize our most powerful skill more often. The last item I typically go for is Blood Wings. Nothing fancy here. It gives us a bunch of magic power, a bunch of HP, and of course makes us more tanky, which is important for in-game. If you are crossing that 13 to 15 minute threshold with VEXANNA, you definitely want to get yourself some more HP in order to survive those group fights. And of course I can adjust my items according to who I'm playing. Sometimes I'll go for a more defensive item build. As you can see here, VEXANNA really isn't that special in terms of base attributes. She does have a little bit more HP than some of the mages. Her movement speed is about the same, but it's not going to feel like that. She does feel like a very slow hero initially. Her armor is set at 17. This isn't anything dramatic. I mean, it's pretty average for our mage heroes. But again, VEXANNA, in my opinion, can be one of the best mages, especially with her recent updates. Let's go ahead and take a look at some gameplay. A lot of the clips that I used in my skill demonstrations are in this game as well, but I'm going to go ahead and give you a longer look at it so you can really see what's going on, and I'll kind of explain things in more detail as we go. So this is kind of just a clip of that early lane control with VEXANNA. Of course, I'll drop that bomb and then I'll let the passive do the rest. And then here, if you have someone stupid enough to stand in the middle, not only can you do that lane control, but also do some pretty significant damage to that silly person standing in the middle. VEXANNA is terrible at jungle farming. The buff is very good for her, but man, does it take a long time to get it. This is just kind of your typical gank. I'm hiding out here in the bushes waiting for Xylong to get into a position that we can go for it. He finally does. I do my combo, and then I kill him. Very similar to jungle minions, VEXANNA does not do too well at killing towers. However, if I do see an opportunity, I'll go ahead and throw some basic attacks at it, and also clear out any mobs that are coming in order for the minions to do the real damage. So here's another look at a combo, the 1-2 hard skill into an ult. He tries to run away. Guzhin's actually the one who kills him, but I do get that puppet and I am able to deal massive damage to Maya. So here's just another look at a Xylong kill from start to finish. I actually use my 1 and 2 skill, so my curse is the skill that ends up killing him. And then I actually will use my puppet to do massive damage to the tower. And when I do have a puppet and nothing else is going on, I will do some jungle farming, but without that puppet, it's really not viable with VEXANNA. So here's another look at that double kill from start to finish. I'm going to actually do some retreating because Guzhin's coming up on me. Then I kind of hang back for a little bit, see an opportunity, go ahead and kill Xylong. I'm going to use his puppet to kill Hellcourt. I'm waiting for that puppet to come back up, and Hellcourt is doing a ballsy move of staying here, so I kill him. Leslie tries to shoot me, but it doesn't work out too well for her. Something that I love doing with VEXANNA, and that's keeping them pushed back at their tower. I'm able to utilize my skills at a pretty good distance in order to control those minions coming out. There's Xylong trying to charge me again, and of course I use my #1 skill to stop that. And here's just a look at that team fight. I did show you a clip of this, but I'm going to go ahead and play it all the way through so you can see some maneuvers and exactly how everything went down. And you can't see it from the video, but my puppet actually does kill Leslie, and again, that's just another example of the massive damage that it can do. And then this game was won fairly quickly. I let the team know in the beginning because of their Maya and Leslie that we did have to end it quickly, or else we were probably going to lose. So we secured that early victory, and I'm about to pull up the data now. VEXANNA does some massive AoE damage, which contributes greatly to the overall damage of the team. So as you can see, I ended up dealing 30% of the team's damage at 31,219. Nobody even came close to this. There were 2 people in the 20,000 area, which was the opposing team's Maya and Guzhin, but VEXANNA deals massive damage, and that's why, in my opinion, she is one of the best mages. But I do want to thank you guys for watching. I need you to hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment below. If you think I suck, let me know. If this was useful for you, let me know. Let me know that you like these videos by hitting that subscribe button, pressing like, commenting, interacting with me. I will comment back, and there are more videos to come. Thanks for watching.